Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another live US session. Today we're gonna, unfortunately, yes, I couldn't make it, so that's why we swap from today. Today we're gonna analyze a little bit more the market, what happened. There was a nice few setup on the indices to go short, as I mentioned Tuesday. But actually, before that, I'm gonna share the screen and see it's gonna have some major news at the moment. Let's see what's going on. Let me another live US session. Sorry, 1 second. Today we're gonna, unfortunately, yes, I couldn't. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, there is some news coming now, which is all this, and they are all red, so it means they are very major news. And we can see non-farm payroll, employment change is less than expected, and the employment rate as well. So let's see what impact would be on the market. And I'm gonna see now, share the chart. I'm gonna bring my IG. Okay, as you can see, euro is spiking higher, so meaning the dollar is doing the opposite. In the meantime, we see the reaction on the news. I will share my view at the moment, and so I will start with the indices. I will stay with IG because I want to show you there was a few nice setup this week, which I did go short 2 times. So after rejecting this 4,600 major level, what we talked about Tuesday. So here we saw this rejection. So mean was phase 2 is a little bit advanced for not for beginners, but is phase 2 is counter trend, so it's always a bit tricky, and you have to analyze a little bit more the market. And so what I done was 2 entrants. One, if you see here, when drop down time frame 1 hour, first entrance was below this one. So when is change of trend 1 hour, retest, and I took short here until this monthly pivot. And also yesterday was Thursday. No, and then I took another retest. I done the first profit was here. And then when I see this retracement and this high test bar, I took another position again at this level. So now I'm still bearish on indices. And I would like now 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes later on when the US is gonna open. After this, you can see if prices stay below this monthly pivot. I'm looking for a rejection now, which you can see is already happened. So I would like this breaking lower. So this is my view on US indices, because you can see some bearish movement, and my target, first of all, is to this 4,460. Also, because Nasdaq as well is looking bearish, and actually is breaking the previous point here, which is this one. So you can see more retesting this 15,180. Also, the other indices, they are coming all together because Russell, as well as we talk about daily time frame, was on top of the channel and now is below. So was trying to break in higher, but he didn't. So I'm actually now waiting for this point to go to breaking and starting to my position to get lower on Russell as well. Dow Jones as well is still is the most bullish at the moment, but I would like to see this 3,500 breaking and then go lower. But S&P, Nasdaq, and Russell, they are similar, so I like to be on the short side. I'm actually later, I'll see another 5-10 minutes. The price action, how it's gonna react, and I think so. It's nice already to see some rejection on the US, which go lower. So it's nice to have a short position. I think so. Then moving on the dollar, daily time frame. I will bring the trading view where we do our analysis. Okay. So I think so we might see some pullback at the moment now, because you can see now the direction is just one direction. So I would like to see some pullback. And if this level is gonna hold as a hold here, and then this, but I would like this happen and this 103 breaking. So I would like this 101.75 to retest area and looking for a long position on dollar. If this it doesn't hold this area 101.75, meaning we are still going to be on the short side, because this can still be an uptrend if this is gonna break on downtrend, sorry. So because this is a huge phase, but still if the price it doesn't hold, can continue like this. But if it's hold, it means we're gonna have a change of trend. So watch carefully this major resistance level if it's gonna happen, because Australian dollar is already breaking lower of 66, and we are actually now below, and I would like a little bit more. Actually, let me get 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. We see nice 4 hour developing. You can see I will see if later on the dollar is gonna gain after this news, because you can see nice setup as well on dollar, Australian dollar. So looking for if seen is rejecting now this 065.80, very nice. So I would like to break here and retest to go short. So I didn't see this before, so nice to set up, because can see some potential on the downside as well on the Australian dollar. Moving on, euro, US dollar. Can see the direction now is on the downside. but there is two options because this is still phase one, phase two, phase one, phase two. This phase two is not what we want to see because it's very strong. Actually, phase two usually is like 3-4 bar maximum, but this you can see is bigger, so meaning the seller are staying in control at the moment, and we don't see a very bullish price action because you can see just 1, 2, and very little this. So let's drop down time frame and analyze together. For hour is forming now a bullish engulfing bar. 1 hour. You can see the reaction on the news at the moment. Okay, so you can see a pullback if still the price continue to go higher and reject this level here to position ourselves to change the trend and go lower. So I would like a price heading to this 1010 and see how it's gonna react from here. If I see some bearish price action here, I would like to see it to be on the short side. Actually, it's like the same view on dollar. A little bit of pullback as well on euro is nice to have. Pound dollar as well is change of trend at the moment because if you analyze, this was phase one, phase two, phase one, phase two. This was potential phase one with this trend line, which was nice support, but this bearish engulfing bar change all the view because now it's breaking the previous high here. This was a higher low, and is breaking this point, and now actually is below. So I would like to be on the short side on pound, and I like this area here where I draw this box to retest and then position myself to be on the short side. So the level is 128.40. Moving on, Kiwi dollar is not my interest because it's at the moment it's not very good price action, and I'm gonna leave, and also is a top support level. Dollar CAD is looking interesting because you can see CAD against the dollar is weakened and is now above this area, which was 1.32, which was this mess, and now is above. So I would like to see price remaining on top 133 to consider myself to be on the long side of dollar CAD. So shadow pullback and then go higher. Dollar Swiss franc, can see still on the downside, but it looks like it wants to change because it's breaking higher here, and then we might see some retest and then off to go. Dollar yen, can see some strength on yen, but I like to see all this or maybe another. So I have two options. If this price is gonna hold here, I will be remaining bullish until here, or price get lower at this level here. So two option, first option is 141.85 to hold, or otherwise 141. Let's see the indices, what they're doing. It's 15 minutes time frame. Okay, see still the reaction of the news. Let's see later on at 2:30, because now is I want to a little bit settle down and see clear price action, because this is very huge doji bar. So let's see later on how it's gonna the price action, but I will remain still bearish on the indices. To finish on, let's touch commodities, because you can see gold and silver had a little bit sell off this week, but I like this bar now is forming on gold, because look like the buyer are stepping in, and I would like price remaining above 1,940 to remain a buyer on gold. So until then, it's not on my list. So I would like this price come back here and start to do like this. Silver, same things. Is now S1. Okay. So I would like price come back on top this monthly pivot on top 24 to set up myself again to be a buyer. Okay, guys, to recap, still bearish on indices, because as you can see as well, there is monthly pivot, which is, let me get the 1 hour time frame, is nice support resistance level. So I would like, you can see now is forming this bullish bar. I would like to see some rejection at this point and then go lower. So it's nice to see the price is lower than monthly pivot on all of them. So meaning price could go lower. And on the meantime, I would like to see some pullback of dollar until the level of 1.15, let's say like this, on the IG chart. And also combined with the monthly pivot as well, you can see as well here is monthly pivot, which is a nice support area, and then set up ourselves to be on the long side. And that's it, guys. This was the view of this week, and what will happen next week as well. But anyway, we're gonna see you on Tuesday for another live US session. And until then, if you like our content, please subscribe to our channel, put like to our video, and so you sustain our channel to grow more. And have a nice weekend. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.